like I know there's something out there. Somebody's asking about law enforcement being or FBI being involved. FBI's been involved since like day one. So I I don't understand where this comes in that people don't think they are, but they are.
Right. I always thought FBI was always involved with a missing child.
Not always.
Oh, I always thought they were. Huh.
No, not always. There's certain aspects, there's certain things that will bring the FBI to. They'll always render assistance. Understand that. They will always give their assistance if asked for it.
Sure.
Um, but most of the time, if it's a state case, the state runs the case.
Interesting.
I mean, we live in Sumner County. Sumner County spearheading the case. TBI is assisting in the case. FBI is assisting. Secret Service is assisted. There are so many other law enforcement agencies across the state and other states that have rendered assistance to this case. So, I mean, I don't see how they're not doing what they can do.
Right. I was surprised. Was it Summer Wells or was it another missing child? When I heard Secret Service was involved, and I was like, really? I didn't know Secret Service did that, but apparently they do. That was interesting for me to find out.
Well, I mean, think of it like this. So, agencies have their specialties, and some people have a little bit better equipment in doing certain things than others.
Yeah.
I mean,
That makes
so I
sense.
mean,
Yeah.
if you could reach out and get assistance from another group that has some much more technically advanced systems than maybe what your local law enforcement has, then you definitely want to use it. Then you reach out and you get the assistance, and that's what I mean. That's what they did. That's what they've done. I mean, it's
That's good. I figured they did, but some people don't understand all that stuff.
well, there's some folks involved, creator wise, that know this. They're just choosing not to
Right.
accept it. They feel, oh, there can be something else done. Well, cool. If so, then let's have it. What else can be done?
They're trying to
Yeah.
cause more drama is all it is. They're just trying to ask more questions to cause more drama.
You've been
Or
really open and receptive to ideas.
I'm anything. Let's. What can we do to bring our son home? That I mean, that is the question. I mean, don't get me wrong. If somebody wants to bring a dog in my house, like I said, you ain't cobbing in my house unless you have law enforcement involved in this case with you hand in hand.
I don't blame you for that.
I'm sorry that
That's
I don't accept certain people's help on certain aspects. No, I don't need Tony Mathis as a spokesperson for me and my wife. We don't.
Hell
That's.
no.
I mean, he's working with that. That's his thing. Go that route. But we don't need you. It's nothing personal. We just don't need you.
It's dangerous because of people's motivations, isn't it? You don't know what motivates them. And you're doing the right thing. I wouldn't let anybody in my house either if I were you, unless it's with law
Well,
enforcement.
when it comes to PR, um, we don't need a spokesperson.
Mm.
I mean, if we did, don't take this the wrong way, but first thing we would do is we talk to law enforcement, say, hey, we're going to get a spokesperson, and we tell them who it's going to be, and then we'll go from that point. 9 to 1, we're going to use a lawyer, a law firm. We're not using. I'm sorry, it's nothing. It's no personal attack on anybody who is a PR person.
No.
But one, if your job is not being a PIO or a PAO, uh, or a lawyer that has specializes in this, I don't. No offense, I don't need your assistance.
And
Well, Chris,
we want nothing more than to have them. Sebastian to be home.
And yes, February 26th. So I'm correct. But it was the night before is when he was last seen. So he was reported missing that morning when his mom went to wake him up. What we know is that the rumor mill kind of slowed down as far as it pertains to the parents. And I have a playback. So hold on, guys. That's weird. Hold on. Okay. So whatever I just said played in my own ear. That was weird. So again, let me back it up. He was reported missing by his mother. And again, the parents are off of the rumor mill. And that's a good thing. Not for the most part, they aren't, but they're getting there, right? Again, this week, as I said on X, is going to be a big week when it comes to a few updates, maybe Tuesday through Thursday. I know that Dogs People have initiated contact with individuals that are part of the case. They've spoken, obviously, to Seth from the beginning. Seth has cooperated. I've said that plenty. They initiated contact with other individuals, and they made it clear that they are in town, right? They are there, not Dog himself, but there are people there. And like I said on X, there's not an update today. The only update that there is that's worth reporting is that we have to get cooperation and unity, right? That's kind of the big thing. If there's unity between Seth and Kate, not in a weird way, like I'm not saying unite and get together like romantically, Chris, calm down. They're not going to like run off and cheat on you. I don't know. You know what I mean? The parents have to come back in the picture together and look for Sebastian. This is about Sebastian. That's it. We are looking for Sebastian. There's no need to be looking for anything else anywhere else on the internet. You're not going to find them there, right? Tips, if you're seeing a comment, I mean, if you're hunting for your son, your stepson on Facebook comments, it's not going to work, right? You have to do it in person. You have to look, you have to follow up on leads yourself. Put the word out there. Do you guys share that he's missing? You know, I don't think so. Joker, you don't. So it's a lot of weird stuff is going on in this case, and it's going to end tomorrow, really, what hasn't ended already. Again, I told a lot of the people that have been covering this, reach back out to the people that you spoke with originally. It's important to see if they're willing to talk. The pressure, you haven't seen anything yet. This is a joke. Everything that you guys have seen so far, like as far as Dog's involvement on TV, that's not pressure at all. Pressure is being there in person. Pressure is speaking with witnesses. Pressure is running down leads, and leads are being chased. Every lead that comes in that's credible gets sent to the relevant authorities, and it's chased down and followed up on. And that's the big thing, I guess I haven't emphasized. The agency follows up on these leads. So when they send something to TBI, right? Let's say a week goes by, they follow up to depending on the severity or the seriousness of the tip, they'll follow up. And if there's not an update, they will act, right? They'll make sure that they follow the lead, see if it checks out, but they don't step on toes. We have to get unity, and there won't be unity on YouTube or anywhere else, TikTok. This is actually for the trolls. I did this on X, so you guys can cover. I broke out right here. I have a pimple, so you guys can cover that on TikTok. It's going to be a huge probably thing because you guys cover the weirdest stuff for people that are looking for Sebastian, right? So I'll give you whatever because there's not much content tonight except that. There you go. As far as an update for TikTokers, the goal is to find Sebastian. That is the only goal, and we're not leaving. We're gonna find Sebastian and find the people responsible, and the people that think that. And when I say the people, I'm talking about those directly related. We are coming for you. Sorry, long day. A lot of updates, and you should probably hear from Dog tomorrow. I'll see if I can have him on live just to give a little update himself. He's obviously a lot more in the loop than I am, even though we communicate all day. And it's Dog, so you guys want to hear from him, and it'd be cool. He is very involved in this, and he has vowed to stay in this until Sebastian's found. If he dies of old age, he's here. He's not going anywhere until Sebastian's found. And that's a message to the individuals who want to play games about a missing persons case, not the comments. I'm talking about people in person, the ones that live in that Sumner County, the ones that have direct connections. If not, I mean, look, let's cut around it. Okay, you should be not cooperating. You should be begging for help. You know, there shouldn't be cooperation. I don't even know why I have to use that word. It's ridiculous. There's a barrier in this. There's a big barrier, and the barrier is not Katie and it's not Seth. It's not. The thing is, we can't get the two together without breaking the barrier. And trust me, that barrier is coming down. You know exactly, and that message is to you know who I'm talking to. That barrier is broken. It's cracked. right now, but we're driving right through it, and we're not stopping until we find Sebastian. And to find Sebastian, we need Katie and Seth. Simple as that. We don't need anything in between. We need the two, the parents, unite. Even if you don't like each other, fake it. Other guy, deal with it. Get in your lane. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again tonight. It's clear, and I don't care what you say, that you're not fond of the kid. Okay, you said it. I mean, but so get out of the way.
Katie Proudfoot, for those who haven't been following this, is the mother of Sebastian. She was the last person to see him. Chris, the stepfather, and we invited them on tonight. We did get a hold of them. They declined.
That is to find Sebastian.
Dog, when you have a mother who does not seem to want to participate in the search for her child, at least publicly, what does that tell you, mother and stepfather, the Proudfoots I'm speaking of?
Well, brother, I'll leave that up to your viewers to decide. As far as I've done this way over 40 years, and I lost a baby girl, Barbara Katie at 22 years old. 19 years ago, I barely still can talk about it. So that is like unbelievable. And I also heard that there's witnesses that once Sebastian was in the front yard, and Chris Proudfoot was screaming at him, and he called him a retard, and Sebastian hit the ground and started bawling. So, I mean, all these, what is the old saying, all roads point to Rome? I mean, this is like almost obvious.
There are a lot of questions that has to be answered, and the only person that is willing to come on and answer these questions and everything is the actual father, not the Dropfoot side of the family, okay? And you're here saying you're willing to talk today. You're saying you're willing to talk where you got your story straight now? It's been what, 7 months? 7 months, I'm pretty sure you could write a whole Harry Potter book by now. Let's see how good your story is this time, okay? If you really, really want to prove your innocence, let's do it. Get a hold of our team. We'll have you on whatever. We're not going on YouTube. We're not going on TikTok. We're not going on any of that. Let's take it to a bigger step. Let's go to the news, okay? Wherever you want to go, I'll have my team contact them. I'm pretty sure we could get it done. This, just quick as that. Wherever you want to go, okay? Go back on Nancy Grace. We could go on Court TV if you want. Or we could even go on the Good Morning America, because I know you probably like that, okay? Let's go on Good Morning America, all right? We'll bring the dad. We'll bring the mom, the stepdad, which is you. We'll bring dog. We'll bring in our legal team, and we'll sit down and actually talk and go based on the facts on what happened. And don't you even think of dodging these questions. And trust me, my legal team and all of the producers that there is in Good Morning America and our team will know that you're lying if you are lying. And will question you again if you're dodging those questions that you don't want to answer. Let's do that. You want to prove your innocence? Let's not go on the TikToks, the YouTubes, the little cult followers. Let's go on to the news. Let's take it. I'm tired of going on seeing these interviews from these little piglets oinking away every day.
I also spoke with Sebastian's stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, who says he has no comment at this time. In Gallatin, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
We reached out to Katie Proudfoot for comment and have not heard back.
I spoke with Christopher after the hearing ended. He did not want to go on camera, but did say that he hopes the focus remains on the search for Sebastian Rogers. And
as far as I could tell, I don't think the Proudfoots did an interview. That lady Quisenberry, who was there, she talked to the Proudfoots for a while, but I don't think they went on camera. And I'll never understand that. They've had multiple opportunities to go on camera and advocate for Sebastian, who this is supposed to all be about in anyway, and they don't take those opportunities. You know, they every hearing there's been various reporters and people. The 6-month anniversary of his disappearance, they gave the no comment. 2 days later, they thought better of it and gave someone a comment. You know, it's free publicity right there where you can reach thousands of people, and they for whatever reason they choose to dodge all of those opportunities. It's for the tens of thousands of other parents out there that have kids missing. It's a not a dream, because it's all a nightmare to have a missing kid, but there are other parents with children that have been missing for 7 and 8 months that are in this type of situation would love to have the kind of coverage and that they've gotten, but they've resented it and ignored a lot of it or just given no comments. It's all very telling, really.
Like, guys, like, it's not like a Mojo Jojo contest, all right? Like, it's a kid, a life is in stake, and you're here saying, oh, we have every department down to anything to help us. And like when DC comes in and reach out to ask for help, you guys don't even say anything. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but like the marshals this year have a whole department just to find missing kids. Okay? And Dog called them to help them try to get them involved. And to my knowledge, it's a Mojo Jojo measuring contest over there saying, nah, we got this. We don't need your help. We know we got good leads, man. We got